Hey, it's the Bradcast. It's comics, beer, and sci-fi, and we're reporting from Imagine Theater at the Birmingham Palladium. I'm here with The Q and Marc Myers, and we just watched Joker. First thoughts, Q?
I see why everybody's saying I understand the controversy behind it, but I thought it was really good. I thought it was well done. I was a little apprehensive because I didn't think Joker. Didn't understand how you could do a Joker origin story, but I get it, and they did a great job. I thought it was very well done and well written and well acted. I can't say nothing else, but DC guy anyway, so.
No spoilers now, Mark. What did you think?
Well, I just felt that they purposely intended to make a movie as if Martin Scorsese made a comic book movie, especially casting Robert De Niro and basically blending two of Scorsese's movies together, Taxi Driver and The King of Comedy. It's almost like it was a blueprint for this whole movie, which was kind of a cool idea.
You know, you ask a movie historian his opinion, and he gives you references, and I'm like, oh, wait, oh, yeah, oh, sure, okay. One of the things that's amazing about this movie is that I got preconceived notions from, thank you, NPR, that there was going to be a controversy, right? They said, oh, my gosh, how can you have a psychotic killer and a guy that you like? And you know what? He's so pathetic, he's likable, and it's scary as hell, and yet you're riveted. Right? It was like 2+ hours, and we are sitting there watching this movie, and I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but I'm telling you, it was amazing. And the guy rewrote canon, right? Todd Phillips, he rewrote canon. Or did he, right? We don't know.
Well, without giving anything away.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. I can pretty much say that he technically, he rewrote it, but then he unwrote it and made it right. It's weird. It's the way he did it. It was, with the hallucinations. That's not giving away nothing. But yeah, with the hallucinations, he wrote it, unwrote it, wrote it again, and then took it back to normal. So I give him bravo for that because it fucked with my head.
Oh, there was a bleep in there somewhere. What were you saying, Mark?
Oh, not much.
Okay, so
just like in the movie, there wasn't really a lot said, just a lot of laughing.
Isn't that amazing? This is I think it's a must watch. It's a must watch for people who are comic book fans, and it's a must watch for people who have no idea what DC is all about. Because this is just enough of a mystery, right? There was just enough data there that you can make your own assessment. And did it break canon? Like Hugh says, did he rewrite it? Then he overwrote it? Then he unwrote it? And is it an origin? But then there's no data. It's amazing. You watch the movie, you'll understand what I'm talking about, because I don't want to ruin this for anybody. I want everybody to go see it, because how often are you going to see this? And we saw there's an iconic scene in it. And I'm not going to tell you what that scene is, but if you can't figure it out, then you have to see the movie. What else? You got something else, Q?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, it's like how Mark said, he borrowed from those two movies, but he also kind of borrowed from The Killing Joke, which is the closest thing we actually have to a Joker origin story. Yeah. And if you read the book, then you'll see those certain scenes in there, but then you'll say, well, that was different. But it's kind of like, he was like, well, what if this happened instead of this part? And what if this happened instead of this? So, like Mark said, he borrowed from those two movies, but he also borrowed from The Killing Joke and fused it together. And, I like the dark and gritty stuff. I like the way I like those comic book movies. So I thought it was perfect for that. I didn't think it was funny because it was the Joker, but it was dark and gritty because it was the Joker, if that makes sense.
Indeed. Did you have anything to add, Mark?
Yes, I would like to talk about the beautiful cinematography.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that cinematography could probably be nominated for an Oscar this year, which is going to be cool. All the long lens shots. We rarely see those in comic book movies. So I really loved watching that. I thought there was probably a little too much of the slow motion. I think they just overdid that a little bit. Oh. Well, out of the slow motion scenes.
Oh.
You know, that sometimes as a film person, I tend to notice that because I'm into the technique. You know, and I'm like, okay, this is overdone, that's underdone. You know, and that was a little overdone. Too much of that for me, in my opinion. And I want to talk about Joaquin Phoenix's performance.
So the whole time I'm watching this, I'm trying to figure out where they're shooting it. Okay? Right? Is it a backdrop? Is it CGI? Is this literally a painting that he's in front of, right? That they're shooting in front of green screen? Or is there really a city out there? Because I'm looking at it and going, oh, Gotham City. Oh, wait, is that? No, that's not. Wait, that looks like, no, that's not it. The whole time, every time there's a long shot and it shows the picture in the background, was it artificial? I mean, it was seamless. It was absolutely seamless. Best CGI in a comic book movie that I have seen in ages. Q, did you have something to add?
No, I agree with the cinematography, but I want to talk about the score before you get to Joaquin Phoenix. Okay. The score, being someone who plays instruments, the score was fantastic. I think if the cinematography wins, I think if they win for anything, it'll be the cinematography and the score. I thought it was fantastic.
The appropriateness of the music
was fantastic.
The music was 100% appropriate to the scenes and everything he did because it was all going on in his head, right?
Yeah.
He heard the music. Nobody else heard the music, but he heard the music. So tell us, go ahead, Mark. You were saying?
Joaquin Phoenix. I mean, he's gonna get nominated for an Academy Award. I don't know if he's gonna win, but he's just just the nomination alone is just the reward right there, and especially for his transformation. Did he really lose this much weight, or was this CGI, or like they did with Robert Downey Jr. in Avengers? They had him lose all that weight at the beginning. That was all CGI. I'm wondering, was this CGI? I mean, because there's moments where he's sitting there and he's showing his ribs. It reminded me of the scene in The Exorcist when they lifted up Linda Blair's shirt and it said "Help me" on the stomach. I was waiting for it to say that.
Do you know, I was thinking the exact same thing, and all I was thinking was Robert De Niro gained all that weight for Raging Bull, and then somehow had to lose it. And what is it? The guy who does the Lincoln commercials, Matthew McConaughey, for that one crazy role. And
Christian Bale.
Right. They all have lost a lot of weight for these movies. And you know what? What is it? Joker is a scarecrow. He's a skinny little guy. So he totally embodied the character. He embraced it. He had to.
Contortions he did with his body while he's moving around and stuff. Yeah. That was some great stuff.
There was everybody if you're listening to this, you got to invest the money. Go to a matinee if you're cheap. You've got to see this movie. Did you have anything to add, Q?
So I'm just keeping score here. We're saying they're going to get nominated for 3 things. They're going to win 2 of them. And Joaquin Phoenix might win for Best Actor. I'm okay with that.
I think he did. I always thought Joaquin Phoenix was kind of a wacko. And with all due respect to Joaquin Phoenix, that's his persona. That's his real life persona.
I think that documentary that they made about him was all fake. I think that when he was going around that one year acting like a nut job, him and his brother-in-law Casey Affleck, that was all staged. That was for a fake documentary.
The guy comes off as a whack job, but I'm telling you what, he totally ruled this.
No, and I agree. I thought when they said, because it was funny because all the fans wanted Joaquin Phoenix to play the Joker.
Really?
And I was the only one sitting there like, you talking about the guy that was in Walk the Line? Like, which I love Walk the Line. Don't get me wrong, I do. But I was sitting there like, maybe? I'm not really too sure. But he totally nailed it, knocked it out the park, home run, grand slam. Whatever.
He was about to play Doctor Strange, but he would not commit to multi-film deal.
Oh.
And that would have been really weird, him playing Doctor Strange.
Yeah, but Mr. Cumberbund totally embodies that role. The shape, his face, he at least looks like the character. Have we summed it all up? Beautiful cinematography, beautiful music, beautiful acting, totally dark, must see. Top 5, we got it all in there.
For children.
Oh, yeah, this is an R-rated movie for sure.
This is not This is not your Cesar Romero's Joker right here.
Nicholson either.
Like,
Or Heath Ledger.
I was about to say, or Heath Ledger.
Isn't that funny? This is
Even
not
though
a
it's-
family-friendly
even though
movie
it-
at all.
Even though it's pretty much the same character, but the stuff that goes on in this movie is not for children.
But it's not the same character. Those guys palled at this guy's lunacy. He was certifiable. I mean, okay, one spoiler. Opening scene spoiler. He is at the health department because he is ordered from going from the asylum to see a counselor so he can get medication so he can be out in the world. He is certifiably insane. None of the other characters had that. All of the other characters were made. He started insane. That's the difference between this movie and all the other movies.
Shows us, too.
Of course.
They decided to show us the real dark side of the Joker in this movie. You know, so the other ones, they kind of skimmed over a lot of that stuff. This one delved deep into the psyche of this guy, and that's what makes it more disturbing.
Well, because the other ones were, the way they play it was the Joker was made because of Batman. He was made, you know, he stepped his game up because Batman became the Batman. This one was like, no, Brad said, he was already there. Even Heath Ledger's Joker became the Joker because Batman Begins was going around.
Why so serious?
And then he became the Joker.
Yeah.
So I get what he's saying, and I also get what you're saying. It's also about what the filmmaker shows us, but the origins of all the Jokers were different. They were all different.
Every single one of them.
Yeah, they were not as intense as this one.
Right. So this one was made by society, where the other ones were made by someone taking a stand, if that makes sense.
Okay, we're going to rank movie Jokers from best to worst. Okay, I'm going to go Phoenix, then Ledger, then Nicholson, then Leto. You have a yes or no?
I'm going with Ledger, then Nicholson, then Phoenix, then Leto.
Okay, and Q, your order of fascination?
I am going with Hamill, because Hamill was in a movie, Batman Mask of the Phantasm, which came out in the 90s. But it was a movie.
Okay, fine.
Loophole. No, but I would go Ledger, Phoenix, Nicholson, Hamill, Leto.
Okay.
Technically Cesar Romero, because didn't the Batman movie come out in theaters in the 60s?
Oh, fine.
Just can't
Wait.
get rid of a bomb.
Shark repellent.
Yes, I remember the movie. I may own it. Okay, it's not important. Oh, you guys. All right. All right, so this is Comic Experience Sci-Fi. We are given many, many digits upward for the new Joker movie. We think you should see it. We think it should win awards. And this has been the Bradcast with Marc Myers and the Q. And we'll see you next time.
Bum, bum, bum.
We're back. Why so serious?